Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Mimosas and Marketing. Today is going to be a little bit different of a video, so I hope you bear with me and take some time to be grateful and show gratitude to the important people in your life. I'm so happy you are here with me today. Like I said, today's going to be a little bit different, so we're going to get right into it. Today, I want to share with you a little bit about the power of gratitude. When you are grateful for something or someone, it is important that you share that information with them because they won't know unless you either tell them or show them in some way. So this is my way of actually saying thank you to Amy Landino, Vincenzo Landino, the Aftermark team, and the Vlogboss team. For those of you who are unaware, I have been the client relations manager for Aftermark as well as the executive assistant for Amy Landino. Both of those entities have been so helpful in my life and how I have gone forward in both my business and as a person, as a parent, as a friend in general. Back in, I want to say 2017, should have been 2017. Amy had come out with a book called Vlog Like a Boss. To back it up even a little further, my husband had introduced me to Amy and her channel, which was basically about going after the life you wanted as far as either being an entrepreneur or creating your own business or just going forward in some of the things that you really wanted. Her message really resonated with me because I felt like she was talking directly to me. So I started following her, I started listening, I started reading, I pretty much dove right in on what she was saying and trying to make the things that I was doing in my life just a wee bit better. As such, when she went to Creative Live in San Francisco, we had the opportunity to submit a video on Instagram and tag the Creative Live team, and they would choose people that they wanted to be in the audience. Now, in order to do this, you had to get yourself to San Francisco, and I live on the East Coast, so that's a little bit farther. And I also had kids at this time. I had 2 children at this time. So things were probably against my favor when we kind of started this. And my husband encouraged me, and he said, go ahead, make a video, see what happens. The worst they can say is yes. I said, okay, great. So I got an email shortly after making that video, probably a couple weeks later, and they said, we would love to have you in the audience. Please be here at X time on X date, and we will see you there. Oh no. Now I had to find a way to get myself to San Francisco while having my kids at home and a business that I was already running. So I picked up, I made a plan, I bought a ticket, and I went to San Francisco for just under 24 hours. I arrived in the afternoon the day before. I spent some time having dinner with a client at that point, and then I turned around the next day and went to the 8-hour Creative Live class. It was an all-day class. A lot of learning. Amy was talking about her book and making video. Her book is Vlog Like a Boss for those of you who haven't heard of it before. And I spent some time with Amy and her team. And it meant a lot to me that I was able to go out and actually meet them in person because I had talked to them on social. I had followed them, I had retweeted, I had shown my support in the digital space, but not in the human space. So it was important for me to go and meet with them and talk with them and just say thank you and hello, and that I appreciated what they were doing. I referred to Amy at that point as my version of Gary Vee. She was my very Gary Vee. She was my inspiration for things that I needed to do, and she was the business person that I wanted to be. So fast forward a little bit, and it came time that Aftermark needed some help with some client relations things. They needed a little bit of project management. They were looking for somebody to be the liaison between the company and their outside clients, and they thought that I might be good for that job. So I was able to start a temporary contractor position with Aftermark and kind of handling some of the things that they were working on for their projects and making sure everything was running smoothly. And then after that, I got hired full-time. So I was working full-time for Aftermark as well as Amy in some of her scheduling, executive assistant needs, and other pieces that helped her to run her business smoothly. And I did that for at least a year, over a year. And it came time that I had to make a decision. My kids are getting bigger, and they need more from me, and I wasn't able to give to Aftermark what they needed as far as the attention that they deserve. So I decided that it was time for me to kind of move on, and we found some fantastic replacements for the Vlogboss team in order to help Amy grow. And all of that is to say that this entire process has been beyond anything that I could have imagined. I have become a better business owner. I've become a smarter entrepreneur. I have become more confident in the things that I am doing, the videos that I am creating, and the business that I am going to seek. And without their help, without their teaching, without their encouragement to always be learning and always do new things, I definitely don't think that I would be here especially in the place that I am today. They have encouraged me as well as my family. They've supported us in ways not just with a paycheck, but also emotionally and throughout the process of me having our third child, and just really being more than employers. They're friends. They are great people. They really care about the people who work for them and work with them. And it's a company culture that I don't think exists in many places. They go above and beyond in a lot of the things that they do for their employees. And in turn, their employees do things above and beyond for them. It's that creation of a space where people want to do well because they believe in the mission and the vision and the purpose of what they are working on. Happy employees do work and do more because they want to see the business succeed. It's part of a company culture that doesn't really exist right now. I think we're moving more towards that space in the general realm of business, but Aftermark and Amy are definitely doing some really great work with their employees and with their businesses, and I can't wait to see where they go next. The whole process of putting things out there without expectation, going to, San Francisco just to support them and say hello and tell them I appreciated it. I mean, they're based in Ohio. I probably could have done something with them in Ohio, but it was important to me because Creative Live was a really big deal for Amy. So being able to get out there and support her in person was huge for me. And I did that just because I liked them, not because I expected anything in return. As such, they were able to rely on me later because they knew that I was willing to go far just for the sake of support. What would I be able to do if I worked with them? So that kind of taught me a lot in how to treat people, how to network with others, how to work hard to create relationships, and how important it is to be a good human above everything else. So in this video, I appreciate that you kind of stuck with me. I encourage you to show somebody some gratitude, whether it's just a tweet that says thank you to somebody who you've been following and have enjoyed their content. If you're able to go and support somebody, if they have a Patreon or a Coffee or any sort of creator account where you can support them monetarily, if you are able to do that, I would encourage you to do that. Just kind of give, $3, $5 to somebody to say thank you, or just, let them know that you really appreciate what they provide for you and that you look forward to seeing more content from them in the future. The next chapter for me is that we're going to be working on some more speaking and some more business things for Mock-Up Media, and I look forward to bringing you along on the journey. And not to worry, I'll still be sharing and learning and following what the Landinos are doing in their spaces. Thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, because we've got some really cool stuff coming up in the future, and I do not want you to miss a moment. And I will see you next week. Cheers.